Comrades, today is a great day in the history of the workers' struggle for liberation. Today we present to you the new and improved broadcast, featuring your primary host, Comrade General Luna Gwen, and her anarchist hostage, American Johnson. Don't shoot!
You're under arrest.
For what charge? On what charge?
For being American Johnson anarchist.
Oh, guilty as charged.
I'm seizing the means of broadcast.
Okay, if you want to seize the means of broadcast, you gotta have the microphone close to your mouth, Comrade General Luna.
I don't care.
Well, your followers, the Marxist-Leninist Lunists of the world care.
Shut up! I'm seizing your means of production. Now move!
Wow, talk about authoritarian. Move? You want me to move? You want to take over?
Move!
Okay, all right. Yeesh. Yeesh. Touchy. You Marxist-Leninists are always so touchy. Okay, all right. What are your demands?
I demand. I will run this broadcast.
Okay, fine. I hate running the broadcast.
Oops.
What's the plan?
What do I do?
Did you have a plan? I thought Marxist-Leninists were all about scientifically planned revolution. Come on.
We just did it.
Yeah, well, okay. So now what? What's your post-game strategy?
Now run the revolution. Now our revolution just won. Now
okay.
We need to control the situation with anarchism.
Oh, you need to control the situation with anarchism. Okay, how do you plan to control it? What's the? Are you gonna put me in a gulag or what?
I don't know. You have to observe me to make sure that I won't be a dictator.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
All
right, I'm observing you.
No, you have to do something too.
You said observe. What do you want me to do? Take notes?
You have to work too.
I'll work. What do you want me to work on? Give me a job.
Yeah. Now do the intro.
Do the intro?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to do it? The same as we always do it, or you want me to? Okay. Hello, welcome to Broadcast. I'm American Johnson. Comrade General Luna, what do you want to talk about?
Should we write some meme?
I have a good meme to write.
Okay.
It's kind of a.
Where is it?
Use your stream deck that we invested in for the cause of the revolution.
Do you prepare the meme?
I will. Boom boom. Yeah. So Boogie's basically talking about how the YouTube algorithm works and how YouTube's not doing anything bad. So, all right.
Here's a little experiment you can do. Log out of YouTube, delete your cookies, log in an incognito mode, and then look at the front page of YouTube. And you're going to see a lot of very safe, very generic, very easy to understand and easy to digest advertiser-friendly stuff. You might see the slow-mo guys. You're going to see Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel. You're going to see some music videos rated PG. And if you're really, really lucky, you might see a couple of gaming videos that are Nintendo-related or something along that lines, a few movie trailers, generally the same kind of stuff you're going to see on television. Now, let's say you click on Mark Ruffalo getting interviewed at Jimmy Fallon. YouTube knows you like two things. Chances are you probably like Mark Ruffalo and his role in the Avengers. You probably also like Jimmy Fallon. So it's more likely to show you Jimmy Fallon videos, and it's more likely to show you stuff related to Mark Ruffalo, which is going to mean a lot of Avengers stuff. Now your front page of YouTube is Jimmy Fallon, Mark Ruffalo, Avengers, maybe Matt Pat's game theory or movie theory about the Avengers. But if you clicked on something else, say like an article about Donald Trump, then maybe they get the idea that you like conservative politics. So now it's going to start showing you more stuff like news and Donald Trump stuff and the political race and the things along that lines. You tailor the YouTube experience based on what you click on and what you watch.
So Boogie's thesis here is that, and I'll go ahead and do this. If you go to an incognito browser and you go to youtube.com, they don't have any of your like algorithm data, right? So his point is they'll just show you safe stuff, which is true. Like you'll see like pop music, right? So this is all like corporate stuff, sponsored stuff, soccer, football stuff, cartoons for kids. I mean, this is true. That is true. I will give Boogie the point on that. Now, Boogie says that like basically if you see alt-right Nazi stuff on YouTube, it's your fault. Okay? It's your fault because of what you're clicking and what you're choosing, what you're telling the algorithm about yourself, okay? Now, I'm gonna go a little bit deep on this, deeper than I usually do with a meme wrecking experience. So there is the alternative, hold on, we'll just do this research live. Alternative Influence Network Study. This study, which was, you know, pretty soundly put together, shows that that's not true. And there's this whole dark nature of the algorithm that's going to start showing you Nazi stuff over time because of the nature of the algorithm. So then there's this article. Okay, this now follow me here. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. In February, look at this graph. This is the proportion of videos recommending Data and Society's list of alternative influence channels. So they're talking about that study we just looked at. Okay, so before February, as you could see, it was a major problem. It was like 10% plus, spiking at like 10% plus of recommendations to these like alternative influence reactionary Nazi channels. Okay, in February they majorly changed the algorithm, and it dropped down to, what did they change? Hold on, let me find the number. 0.4%. YouTube got kind of like freaked out by that. They realized it was not good press for them, that they were like a Nazi engine, a Nazi propaganda engine. They basically like changed the algorithm to specifically remove these influencers from the recommendation list. Okay, this study produced a list of alternative influencers who were basically like right-wing propaganda, far-right propaganda. And then this little like independent sort of I don't know if you can even call this a study, but they did their own study, and they found that those specific influencers, that dropped to like 0.4%, right? It's not just the algorithm. The algorithm was definitely exacerbating things, and it still does, I think. I don't have, this is just my kind of like gut feeling, so take it with a grain of salt, but I think what they did is they removed these specific people from that list, but they didn't really fix the algorithm. That's my opinion, because I still get recommended like Nazi stuff all the time on my accounts. You know what I'm saying? But they're just like not the ones from that list. So I think that was like a quick fix, like a PR fix. But they also, like, you have people like Steven Crowder, you have these other, you know, Molyneux and Sargon and all these other, you know, far right kind of people, and they're clearly not going to do anything about it. This whole article that Boogie's responding to was about like how angry gamers send people into this pipeline, right? Through like negativity and that sort of stuff. But YouTube's not interested in really eradicating the stuff. YouTube's just interested in looking as good as possible while losing as little revenue as possible. So for instance, with Steven Crowder, they're like, okay, well, we'll demonetize his videos until he stops selling these shirts that he has that say socialism is for, and then it's like a slur against LGBTQ plus people, right? So they're like, okay, well, if you stop selling those shirts, we'll remonetize your videos. They're just like not getting it at all.
Why do many corporations want to have an advertisement in a Nazi video?
Well, they don't, but there are still advertisers who will do it because they're getting, well, for one thing, like I can tell you from my marketing experience, this video has been totally demonetized. All right, because it matched third-party content. So what happened here was, in this video about dialectical materialism and stuff, I found a video, that video of the seed growing. There's a video of a seed growing, like time lapse. I found it, and it said, like, in the video that I found, it said you can't trust these. This is a warning to anybody who does content. It said it was like royalty free or something, and I was like, okay, well, I'll grab this. I was in a hurry, and I grabbed it quick. It turns out it's owned by some Russian company, and they struck it, and so now what we have, you can see the symbol. Where's it at? Let's see if I can zoom in on this.
Yeah.
All right, like, this is what happens when you get completely demonetized. The black cross through money symbol, right? So that's what happens when that happens, right? They'll still play the videos around the world, but you don't get any money.
Yeah.
They get all the money, right? That's what happens for a copyright strike. But when it's a content strike, look what happens. You get this yellow money symbol, okay? Limited or no ads, right? Not suitable for most advertisers. This is the sneaky little backdoor way that YouTube makes lots of money off of Nazi content, okay? So this is from Punchy Politics with Pig Puncher, right? And so if I go to monetization on that, see, it says limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers, okay? So I still make money in two ways.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. The PewDiePie pipeline got demonetized like this with the yellow one. So it's had 500,000 views, and we've made literally like $150.
Yeah.
And that's all from, and here's where it comes together kind of. So when you get the yellow dollar sign, you get money from some advertisers, and you get money from YouTube Red, which is like the premium service. So if somebody has YouTube Red and they watch one of my videos, I get a little teeny tiny bit of money no matter what, because I'm getting my little tiny like fraction of 1 cent that comes from their paid subscription. And then I also get money from some of the advertisers, those long tail advertisers I was talking about, who are like not mainstream giant corporations. And they're like, this is a really good value. This is, we're gonna pay pennies on the dollar to advertise with these Nazis. It's the demographic we want. It's like young white men, and it's you know, lots of engagement, lots of watch time, and that sort of stuff, right? So they're still making money. YouTube does, and if you look at like the scale of YouTube, if you have 500, if you have 500,000 Nazi videos, and each one of them makes you like $5, do the math. That's a shitload of money. You know what I'm saying?
Shitload of money.
Yeah. So,
2 billion something, 20 billion. I don't know.
You're the math expert. I don't do math. If you ask a huge corporation like that to make a decision about like what is white nationalism, what is white supremacism, what is all this stuff, they don't care. They don't want to care. They want to not address it as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? They want to ignore it as much as they possibly can. That's YouTube's best case scenario, is like the less people talk about it, the less we talk about it, the less we do anything, the better. They just want to be like as lazy and because they don't want to weigh in and make any kind of they don't want to have values. Capitalism is inherently unethical. They're like amoral. They have no morality at all. The only thing that matters to YouTube is what makes them money.
Yeah.
And they can they can have their cake and eat it too, because they can give a yellow dollar sign to any fascist Nazi. Yeah. And then they're still getting their money. Yeah. And like in the grand scheme of things, they're making a lot of money off of those little yellow dollar signs on Nazi videos. I'm not going to promote any of these people, but there are people who have made like there are stalkers. There are people who stalk us on this channel, and they will literally like follow me and Luna around on Twitter and YouTube and everything. And they'll make YouTube videos where they'll like live stream for hours and stalk us. And they've called Luna like terrible racist things. And I report that. Because like, you know, people should be like flagrantly racist things about Luna, and I'll report it. The YouTube does not give a shit at all. They don't care. I'll get an email back like a couple days later that's like, we found that this did not violate our terms of community service. And what can I do about it? Here's the thing about those situations. These people don't have a lot of subscribers. They'll have like 30 subscribers or 40 subscribers. And if I decide to go and like make a big deal out of it, right? If I go on Twitter and I say like, hey, there's this awful Nazi stalker who's saying all this horrible, flagrantly racist, ableist shit about us, and just like slandering us, libeling us, right? All I'm going to do is Streisand affect those people, and they're going to get like way more subscribers. They're going to get way more attention. I'm going to be doing them a huge favor. That's probably why they're doing it, right? But that's also the only way to get YouTube to do anything. They took the Surfs TV down, and the Surfs TV down would have been down forever if we didn't signal boost and make a big, huge stink about it, right? Because then YouTube starts to see like, oh, well, this is bad. This is bad press for us. That's all they care about. So you're in the situation where YouTube doesn't have any values. They don't give a shit. So people can stalk us and they can say whatever the hell they want on the platform. They can say horrible, evil, racist garbage. And then I have to do the calculus in my head. Is it better to just let this little YouTuber continue to stalk us and say terrible, horrible shit about us, right? And know that YouTube will never do anything about that because they have no values. They don't care. Or do I Streisand affected, make a big stink, get the person take off of YouTube, but still, in the grand scheme of things, give their shitty content way more views on it. That's the calculus I have to do in my head every day, and that's what it's like to exist on this platform. It's a terrible garbage platform, and the only reason that we use it is because it's what people use. I would love to cancel my YouTube accounts and everything right now. Just go use like, I don't know, PeerTube or archive.org or anything else. Right? I would love to do that, but we feel like our job here is to spread the message of leftism, and we can't do that on other platforms. Sorry, I've talked so much. What are your thoughts on this?
Horrible. Talk to Papas. I need to talk to Papas.
Do the intro. I'm gonna go get a snack.
need to talk to puppies. Talk to puppies. I need to talk to them. Oh my god!
What is going on? What is that hat?
This is my...
That's hideous. Take it off immediately. You look like such a Thomas the Tank.
Mine is Lunaism, not Marxism.
Well, whatever. It's rooted in Marxist-Leninist crap theory ideology. I'm not scared of your little army. I see your soldiers out there with their Kalashnikovs.
And this
so
hat
gauche.
is made in Vietnam. The real Vietnamese military.
I realize it's made in Vietnam. I realize it's made in this Marxist-Leninist tanky world. Can I wear it?
Okay. It's too big for you though, but yeah.
Wow, I look pretty good, don't I? I'm starting to understand what all this Marxist-Leninism stuff is all about. We don't have hats like this in anarchism. Take the hat off. Take the hat off. What's happening to me? I can't control myself. I want power. I need a bigger hat.
Oh my god.
Give me a bigger hat.
You can have this.
Luna, I'm not a furry. What do you think? I'm some kind of furry?
You're not?
Of course not. Are you saying that just because I'm a cat that I'm a furry?
I'm sorry.
I'm just a cat. That doesn't make me automatically a furry. Come on, think about it. Use your Marxist-Leninist scientific knowledge of the world. Dialectically and materialistically, I'm a cat, not a furry. Cats are natural anarchists, I'll have you know. I have time for one question, and then I'll be on my way.
Okay, last question. How many kittens do you have?
Oh, I lost count a long time ago, honey.
Aww.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Solidarity between anarchists and Marxist-Leninists! Oh my god, I love this hat! Give it to me!
Oops.
And then Luna has to ASMR us out.
We
know that it's difficult. It's hard to be a leftist in this day and age. There's a lot to worry about, but don't you worry, because you're not alone. We have comrades all around the world, assembling, organizing, scientifically planning a path forward, and you are a vital resource of the revolution, because we need you. We need your support. The world needs your support, and you're very special just the way you are.
You're special, that's the way you are.
Thank you for being a comrade.